Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome to High Noon Friday, Fredonia's longest-running variety radio program, brought to you by WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Alex Erwin.
And I'm Chloe Kowalyk. Today's episode is available streaming worldwide at FredoniaRadio.com.
Coming up, we will have news and weather, but first, campus news. Starting tonight, Fredonia's dance majors will be performing in the annual Marin's Chamber Concert. The recital will include several styles of music, including ballet, jazz, and musical theater. Performance dates are tonight and tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. and on Saturday at 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. All performances will be held in the James and Marcia Marin's Dance Theater and Rockefeller Arts Center. Tickets are available through the Fredonia Ticket Office in the Williams Center.
Electric vehicle chargers will soon be featured at SUNY Fredonia. To get the chargers on campus, FSA worked with a company called ChargePoint, which allows users to operate the charging stations directly through an app. The chargers will be positioned in 3 parking lots around campus, between Fenton and Thompson Halls, near Dodds Hall, and by Gregory Hall and University Commons. They can be used by anyone who drives an electric vehicle, including those in the community. The chargers themselves operate as a Level 2 station, which means it typically takes a few hours to get a hybrid electric vehicle fully charged. While waiting for vehicles to charge, FSA Director Darren Scholes says he hopes this will bring traffic into our campus Starbucks. Scholes also believes this will have a greater impact on the environment. Although FSA views this new feature in a positive way, there has been some skepticism. One SUNY Fredonia student, Lee Pye, was a little concerned about the amount of people who will actually use the chargers. The project was funded through a federal grant and is of no cost to the college itself.
On November 9th, the annual pottery show and sale will be held in the Williams Center. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Health Professional School Preparation Scholarship Fund. The scholarship helps provide financial support to Fredonia students who want to continue on to graduate school. At the event, you can purchase custom pottery created by both Fredonia faculty and community artists.
Thank you, Alex. Today we will be having our classically chaotic segment, Trivia Slightly After 12. We will also be listening to a few of our weekly segments, such as Just the Facts, How Can I Help You?, and the local LoDown Cooler.
Let's start with our local news update prepared by Cascio, followed by a weather update with Hunter. What's going on, Cascio?
Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners. My name is Cascio Fonseca, your Fredonia Radio Systems news director here on High Noon Friday, and it's time for your local news update. Well, Fredonia seems to be putting off a proposed speed limit cut on Main Street because the State Department of Transportation wants to do a traffic study. Mayor Douglas Essick opened what was supposed to be a Fredonia Board of Trustees public hearing on the proposal this week with a statement on why it should get adjourned. Quote, I had a conversation with the DOT and they have to run a traffic study and it's weather permitting, Essick said. It might not happen within the 62 days after the hearing. We have to hold a vote on it. He asked the trustees to adjourn the hearing, and they did so unanimously. This is all because Fredonia Village officials would like to reduce the speed limit on Route 20. A proposal to do this was unveiled last month at the Board of Trustees meeting. It requires a public hearing, and that took place Monday before the trustees' regularly scheduled meeting. The speed limit would be lowered on Route 20 to 30 miles per hour throughout the village limits. It's currently 40 miles per hour between Clinton Avenue and the start of the school zone for the Fredonia Central Schools. The road acts as the village's main street. In addition, that school zone would get its speed limit lowered from 30 miles per hour down to 20 miles per hour. The proposed changes would require a local law. Former village attorney Samuel Dryo, now a village hall watchdog, complained last month that the law's text was not accessible to the public. Trustee Nicole Syracuse then read the text, and trustees promised it will be on the village's website. Susan Parker, a Chautauqua County legislator representing part of Fredonia, later spoke in favor of the speed limit cuts. Quote, what we know already is that the speed limit in the school safety zone can be reduced to 15 miles per hour. In a village, local speed limits can be reduced to 25 miles per hour. And also, DOT needs to do a study to consider the speed reduction, she said. Lower speed limits reduce traffic fatalities and serious injuries, Parker added, citing statistics that showed lower chances of injury or death to pedestrians and cyclists as speed limits went down. At the lower speeds, drivers have a wider field of vision and will notice other road users. That's what I got for local news this week. weather?
Now, here is your Northern Chautauqua weather update brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Hello, Fredonia. I hope you all had a very good week so far with this pretty oddly nice November weather. And honestly, in better news, it continues into the weekend. For the most part. We'll get to that. Today, the temperatures will get up to a high of around 70 degrees. There'll be plenty of sunshine, and it'll be perfect for outdoor activities. It doesn't get that much cooler tonight either, only getting down to around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow's temperature looks even better than today, getting to a high of 75 degrees. If you told me that we'd still have 75 degrees on November 5th, I wouldn't believe you, okay? It does come at the downside of being pretty windy, though, and with some cloudy skies in the afternoon. Tomorrow night gets down to, again, 60 degrees. You can expect some light showers, though. And finally, on Sunday, it is going to remain around 66 degrees. There will be some cloudy skies and some light breeze. So if you're going out for fall sweep, you may want to wear a nice, pretty good sweatshirt. And then that night, the wind carries over and the temps drop down to around 52 degrees. That's it for your weekend weather, and I'll pass it right back to your hosts.
Wow, thank you so much for that extremely informative news and weather segment, Cascio and Hunter. So now we're going to dive right into our weekly segments. And to start, here's Just the Facts.
Welcome back to Just the Facts, where we talk about just facts, only facts, and absolutely no opinions. I'm your host today, Hunter, with my friends Chloe.
Hello.
And Alex.
Ayo.
Ayo. Sorry.
Ayo, we're back.
We're back.
Ayo.
We took a week off, but we're
did.
back.
Yeah.
Little week skis off,
Yeah.
little break skis.
Yeah. I didn't
Okay.
have a voice, so
He did not.
Yeah.
we could not record.
And one of us was a little bit far away.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
It wasn't me, so by process of elimination.
I was in my bed, so.
Anyway.
We have a nice little topic for you today that I definitely didn't come up with about
Yeah, it definitely wasn't you that chose this topic.
20 minutes
Definitely
ago.
Definitely was you.
But we like doing that, you know?
That's what makes it more like
spontaneous.
pure. Yeah, it's a more pure
yeah.
just
Makes
a
it
fact.
fun. Our
Yeah.
topic is cars.
Car facts.
Car facts.
Car facts.
I would like Alex to start us off.
Alrighty. Well, I do like cars. You guys know I like my racing games.
You
stuff
do.
Like that,
You do.
but-
You are. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm actually not doing a racing game car fact today.
Oh, really?
I'm doing a fact about one of my favorite cars in existence. One of my dream cars, I would argue. And that is the Pontiac Trans Am. Do you guys know what the Pontiac Trans Am is?
I do.
I will
actually.
look it up.
Yes. You might recognize it as soon as you see it. It's kind of boxy, but one of its defining features is
Oh.
a massive bird decal right on the hood.
I
Yep.
see it.
Yes. My fact is about that bird decal. Did you know that there's an actual nickname for this decal? It's not just Firebird Trans Am decal.
I didn't know what it is. I didn't know it had a nickname. What is his nickname?
It's nickname. Thank you for that segue.
You're welcome. I stumbled a little bit.
You tried. Its nickname is called the Screaming Chicken.
Why do they call it that, Alex?
I did. It's been lost to time why it's been called that, but in actual like GM documents, it became referred to as the Screaming Chicken.
Wow.
And another fun fact: GM actually hated this decal. Like the upper management of GM and like everybody at GM hated the decal, but there was this one guy, this one design lead who essentially was like, this decal's gonna work and it's gonna sell. And everybody was like, no, it's not gonna sell. And it sold like hotcakes.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty
beautiful.
cool. Apparently they took the car out for like a test drive in like a market. They parked at a gas station. And like a crowd of people came up to the car and was like, yo, that car's sick. That decal's awesome. And then they knew. Then they knew that.
That one guy was right.
They hit the capitalism jackpot. For the time, a $55 add-on for their vehicle.
That is not bad. Nowadays,
I
that
would
would
pay
cost
that.
a lot more.
I wonder what the conversion rate is for that. $1 in 1970 is equivalent to about $7.50 today.
So multiply.
So it's like about
55.
$350 for that
Wow.
add-on decal.
I would pay that.
I would not.
That is a lot of money, Chloe.
I want the screaming chicken, Alex.
You know what? Fair enough. Screaming Chicken's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. All right, Chloe, what's your fact?
Okay,
What a
So-
clear cut between the facts.
No segue.
it's my turn.
I failed the first one.
My turn. Okay, so I also wanted to talk about one of my favorite cars, but it's not the same one as Alex. Mine is actually Lightning McQueen
I knew it. I knew someone was going to do
from
this.
the movie Cars.
Yeah.
And everybody knows, Lightning McQueen is number 95.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he wasn't originally supposed to be 95. He was supposed to be like 57 or something based on like a driver's like birth year. But they changed it to 1995 because that was to signify Toy Story's release, the original Toy Story,
Mm.
in 1995.
Oh.
So is there a connection between Cars and Toy Story? Who knows? Is this part of the giant Pixar cinematic universe? Who knows?
I thought that was confirmed already. I thought like someone at Pixar came out and was like, yeah, all
I
like
don't-
10 of these movies are confirmed. in
I
that
don't know
movie.
how much of it is confirmed.
Yeah.
Like
People go wild with the theory.
Yeah, people are going a
Yeah.
little crazy.
That's pretty wacky.
So-
Every single movie that Pixar puts out now, everyone's like, all right, how does this connect? How does it connect?
Yeah, but that's everything. Not everything can be the Marvel Cinematic
No, it
Universe where
can't.
everything
No.
is like written
Well,
out.
here's my theory. What
Okay.
if the cars in the Cars movies, all three of them, because you never see people. What if the cars are like small, like they're Andy's like toys from Toy Story,
Mm-hmm.
but they've just broken out and they're on their own like Hot Wheels track?
The world?
Yes,
It's a
but
big
smaller.
world. I mean, it's
But smaller because it
Like
would
a
be
smaller
toy
world.
sized.
yeah, but like they go like everywhere. Like in Cars 2.
They go to Europe.
Yeah,
they go to
well,
Europe.
they can go to Europe. They're
I
just
don't,
little.
I don't know about you,
That's
but I
all.
wouldn't be able to fit
No.
like a miniature Europe in my room.
I could.
I don't think. Yeah.
Who
build
says
a,
it's in
like-
your room? Who says it's in Andy's room? What if they escaped and they're out on the road, but they're just little, and they built these like little metropolises.
Right.
That's my
Okay.
fact.
Nice.
Thank you.
Do you know what car Lightning McQueen is?
It's a stock car.
I can't remember what
A race
exactly
car?
one.
I'm pretty sure it's like a
He's a-
2005 Chevy stock car.
No.
No, he's
No.
a
It's
race
a
car.
Subaru, I think.
No.
GRZ.
That
I
is
think.
false. Nuh-uh.
Lightning McQueen. He's a race car. That's it. Just a race car.
I have a quote here. Walt Disney. Lightning McQueen is a Subaru BRZ.
BS. That is not Snopes certified. Get out of here.
But anyways, let's take it off of Chloe's. What was your fact again?
The number.
Oh, yeah,
Lightning, can we
95.
just can we agree to disagree that Lightning McQueen is a race car and that's it?
Yeah. He's a 2006 Piston Cup stock car.
Yep.
Race cars don't need headlights because the track is always lit.
Depends on the racetrack.
My
We're
fact.
not getting into this.
So I'm going to talk about my favorite car, which is modeled Luigi from Cars.
What? Luigi from Cars. This was not planned at all.
Why am I not surprised both of you did Cars facts?
Luigi from Cars. His license plate reads 445108, which is the latitude and longitude for the main Ferrari factory in Italy.
Aw.
And if you know anything about Luigi, is he's obsessed with Ferraris. He is a Ferrari fan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, he
Is
is.
he a Ferrari fanatic?
he is.
You know what?
What do you think?
Are you a Ferrari fanatic, Hunter?
I am not.
I don't like Ferraris, really.
There's always this topic. It's Ferrari versus Lamborghini. I prefer Lamborghini.
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 Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
I also prefer Lambro. You know.
I think his answer changes because we
does.
had
We
this
had this
exact conversation before
No,
on something.
no, I've never said I prefer a Ferrari.
I can't remember what you said, but
Never in my life. I can appreciate a Ferrari, but a Lamborghini Countach is also one of my dream cars. So
right,
I'm team Lamborghini.
acceptable.
Yes. What are you searching up over there, Chloe?
I'm trying to figure out what? I don't know.
See, this is why...
I'm trying to figure out what Guido is because I wanted to say that I like Guido.
I don't think Guido's type exists.
I think he's just a little,
He's a little forklift.
He's like a
no,
baby.
that's Luigi's a forklift. Guido is a...
No, Luigi's he's not. Yeah, Luigi's a 1959
Yes.
Fiat 500.
Yeah.
He's a Fiat.
Yeah.
I don't think Guido is a specific thing, but I do like Guido.
Guido's just a forklift, yeah.
Guido's just a forklift.
Yeah, he's like, look at him.
End the episode.
Thanks for choosing Just the Facts this week for your, Jesus Christ.
We are the producers. We always choose just the facts.
No,
We're
I'm looking
biased.
at Alex and he's just sitting here fucking holding in a laugh.
Okay, I'm turning off my mic.
This has been Just the Facts this week, your one-stop shop for facts on High Noon Friday. We'll be back next week with a more planned out episode, and thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Next up is How Can I Help You?
Welcome back to a Sunday at the Sport Fort. My name is Sara, and how can I help you? It's 10 a.m. and I've been cleaning for like 2 hours. I folded the clothes, I picked up all the aisles, now I'm scrubbing the windows, vacuuming, and sweeping? What kind of a start to a Sunday is this? Oh yeah, forgot to tell you. Karen came up with this great idea that the opening supervisor should be in charge of counting the safe and putting the cash drawers in the registers. I'm surprised that woman can even trust me. I left the safe open last time. It's really not that big of a deal. Only the people who look at the cameras saw it, right? After that was all done, it was time to get all of my cashiers situated.
$24.85.
While they were taking care of customers, I was hanging clothes behind the counter while keeping an eye on everything. Today was a big truck day, so there was so much to do. I moved on to opening boxes and stocking shelves. Super fun, right? And it wasn't until this one customer came up and... Yep, that's right. My morning actually didn't quite pan out like this. Let me take you back to last night and explain what I mean. Happy Sunday. I'm currently hungover in bed. No, I didn't make it to work this morning. And you want to know why? Because a girl who works over 40 hours a week on top of going to school needs to find some time to have fun. And yeah, it was my roommate's birthday, and I wasn't gonna miss that for anything. So rather than listen to me complain about a workplace I didn't even bother to show up to, here's what I'm actually doing today.
Hi, this is Sara. I don't think I'm gonna make it to work today. I'm not feeling so good.
It's pretty safe to say that I spent a good portion of this day sleeping. A pretty well-deserved nap, I must add. I had 4 beers, 3 shots, and the spins by 12:30. I was feeling pretty good. Ugh, why won't this headache go away? I know what'll solve that problem. Coffee. Already dehydrated from alcohol? let's go get a latte. It'll solve all your problems. Driving, not an option with that kind of headache. So what did I do? Grabbed my jacket, pulled on some shoes, and it was time to walk to the coffee shop. Phew! I got my coffee and I headed back home. And guess what? I had time to myself. Something that I never, ever get. I read a book, I caught up on homework, and I even got to watch some of the game. I definitely may have been hungover until 3 p.m., but it was a much-needed day off. Yes, I do understand that having the spins and being hungover are not good reasons to give as to why you're calling off. And I guess I'm sorry, Karen, for leaving you high and dry on a Sunday. Well, I finally got my 1 day off for the semester, so you can be sure I'll be back at the Sport Fort next Friday on WCVF FM, the voice of Fredonia.
Thanks for that cool segment. Last but not least, we have the local lowdown, Cooler.
Hey, it's Sebastian Spisak.
And I'm Elena Fitzgerald.
We're here with the local lowdown, and we're here with Cooler and at Rocktoberfest in the NPR. First, could you guys introduce yourself and the roles you guys play in the band?
Yeah, we are Cooler. I'm Allie, and I am the main vocalist and bassist.
I'm Nick. I play guitar, and I also sing.
And I'm Jake. I play drums.
Awesome. And now for a question for everyone. It's very clear that in your songs you relate a lot to kind of the emo genre as well as some modern pop. And we were wondering, as well as any other genre, what do you relate to kind of the most, or what do you think about when you're writing your songs?
I'll start and I'll let Nick finish. We definitely have a heavy focus on being sad and like mental health issues, which I think a lot of people have, and it's a way to like talk about it. We like to try to find, like our song's Metal Moths, like it's about a bug, but it's not. It's like, I don't know, we try to find odd things to relate to. And
Yeah. I would say like, we try to also write about real world experiences, things that have actually happened to us in a sense that, you know, it's coming from a place of sincerity. And I feel like that comes across when you're singing it too. You kind of feel the lyrics a little bit more.
On a more musical note, I would say I like to play with Nick's guitar a lot. So his rhythm, I'll try to play rhythm-wise with my drums, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Like instead of the bass, it's more focused on the rhythm?
I've been writing with Nick ever since I was like 14. So I love writing with Allie. But I have a lot of experience writing with Nick, so I think our songwriting is just very built already.
I will also say I used to play guitar, so I was learning bass in order to do this, so it's not weird to me that we're not playing the same way. I think for a bassist that's experienced, it would probably be really weird, but I kind of learned like that, so it works.
Awesome.
Cool. And then I wanted to ask you, Allie, how does your double role as the vocalist and bassist play into the band's energy and like creativity?
Thank you for asking that question. It's my favorite. Drama queen here. I control like the low and the high end, and it's so fun. I feel like singing and that vocal portion, you're looking at people, you're connecting with them. Your voice is like your own instrument. But then I get to have fun with my fat, like grungy bass and control that like tempo, and if we're like a little slow or a little fast, which we have fun playing all the different ways, but if I want to like kind of adjust it, I just do whatever. It's a nice control level.
Oh yeah, it's like two opposites.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then we know that you might have a few announcements or something that you would like to share. Do you have any news or anything upcoming that you want to share to anyone to listen to?
We do have an LP that is recorded. We don't have an official release date set yet, but follow our Instagram at Cooler Mood for updates on that. We will be announcing our fall and winter schedule soon. We're just kind of doing stuff right now. Oh, we did just release a song called Cringe. Everything's available on Apple Music, Spotify, Bandcamp, YouTube. Yeah. I think that's all we got going on.
Merch Gremlin's got to interject here real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Now, I know you guys got CDs, right? I know you guys got cassettes. You guys got pins. I like me a little bit of a cassette, a little bit of a pin. I got to ask, though, is there any plans for any new merch coming out?
Yes.
We
have designs together. We're doing a whole new batch of shirts. We've been considering some like beanies. Maybe we should vote on that or message me on Instagram and tell me if you want one. New stickers. We have a bunch of new stuff coming. We're just kind of waiting for the LP to...
Is there any plans to put that LP on any like physical media or something, like a cassette or CD or something? Maybe even
print. We'll do a limited run.
Yeah, I like to push for cassettes. I'd love to do vinyl, but it's just not an option right now.
Oh, so expensive nowadays.
Well, it's
so
also...
Thanks, Adele.
Thanks, Adele. You literally have to wait like a year and a half now to get anything. Fun fact, she literally bought every bit of vinyl that was available, and then a big factory burnt down. There was a whole bunch of stuff, so it's really hard. But cassettes.
Yeah,
cassettes.
Adele.
Well,
I love you.
Very, very happy to hear new merch is down the pipeline. I'll give it back to our host now to end it all.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
LoDown. It's a great interview. Thank you.
Thanks for the segment. Now let's bring it to Josh with the international news.
Good afternoon, folks. I'm your host, Jazzman Josh, with this week's international news. In the Itaewon district of South Korea, 156 people died in a lethal crowd crush on Halloween night. In recent months, the South Korean government had lowered the restrictions put in place for the COVID-19 pandemic, and it is estimated 100,000 people had gathered in the district for South Korea's largest outdoor Halloween celebration since the pandemic began. Many believe that this death could have been avoided, with police having received 11 phone calls for help hours before the deadly crush. Police Chief Yoon Hee-kyun stated on Tuesday, quote, "I feel a heavy responsibility as the head of one of the related government offices. Police will do their best to prevent a tragedy like this from happening again." End quote. Reportedly, only 137 police officers had been present at the event, tasked with managing the thousands of people in attendance. The district is known for its narrow streets and tight access points, leaving very little space for people to move as they packed shoulder to shoulder. South Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol has announced that a national mourning period will be beginning this Sunday and is to last until the 13th of November. In his statement, Yoon Suk-yeol declared that the flags of public offices and government buildings are to be set at half-staff. Yesterday, former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu won the Israeli election to once again become Prime Minister, beating out Israel's current Prime Minister, Yair Lapid. Netanyahu won with a parliamentary majority, claiming 64 of the 120 seats. Lapid plans to concede the office to Netanyahu in an organized transition of power. In a public statement, he said, quote, "The state of Israel comes before any political considerations. I wish Netanyahu success for the sake of the people of Israel and the state of Israel." End quote. Netanyahu's party is largely made up of power from right-wing religious and ultra-nationalist allies. These voters are of a strong Jewish identity that favor Israel as a Jewish territory. It is estimated that the new coalition may be formed and the government in office by the middle of November. On Wednesday, a U.S. spokesperson stated, quote, "We hope that all Israeli government officials will continue to share the values of an open, democratic society, including tolerance and respect for all in civil society, particularly for minority groups." End quote. Israel's political climate is in for a big change as the far-right party replaces the center party. More of Israel's international relations to be seen in the near future. If you recall last week's story on Elon Musk acquiring Twitter, it seems he might be making some pretty big changes to the social media platform. Most notably, Musk is considering turning Twitter's verification system into a paid subscription. That's right, the little blue checkmark that indicates an account's authenticity could be bought as a monthly subscription. Initially, Elon Musk was considering charging $20 per month for its blue checkered users. But after an argument Elon Musk had with Stephen King on Twitter, Musk has lowered the conceptualized price to $8 per month. In the words of Stephen King, quote, $20 a month to keep my blue check? Screw that. They should pay me. If that gets instituted, I'll be gone like Iran. End quote. Musk replied, quote, we need to pay the bills somehow. Twitter cannot rely entirely on advertisers. How about $8? End quote. Included in this $8 subscription would be not only the bespoke verification mark, but also the ability to post long video as an audio, priority in search and replies, and subscribers will also see half as many ads. That's not no ads, that's half as many ads. According to his most recent tweets, Musk is unwilling to budge on the $8 subscription fee. If the number of people who pay for the subscription will generate a significant amount of money for the multi-billion-dollar company remains to be seen. We can likely expect a lot of the current verified users to be dropping their cyan symbols. And with that, folks, it is once again time for the Jazzman Josh Word of the Week. Let's hear it.
The Jazzman Josh Word of the Week for this week is
Octothorpe. The word is octothorpe, and no, it has nothing to do with aquatic cephalopods. Rather, an octothorpe is the actual word for the symbol most called the hashtag or the pound sign. So instead of using the word hashtag, how about next time try saying octothorpe? Here's a quick example for you all. Octothorpe, the CEO of Tesla, is considering charging Twitter users $8 a month for their blue check marks. All right, folks. Thank you all for tuning into this week's international news. Enjoy your weekend and remember to stay warm and be cool. Jazzman Josh out.
Thanks for that Octothorpe update, Josh. Finally, we have something special for you all that are listening. It's time for trivia slightly after 12. On this segment, we test the minds of students here on Fredonia's campus for the chance to win glorious prizes. This week, we have two wonderful contestants ready to win big by answering some questions. Please, introduce yourselves.
I am Matt Volz. I am a freshman at SUNY Fredonia. I have a radio show Wednesday 2 to 3 called Big Blue Sports Talk.
Alrighty, and?
Hello, I am returning. Once again, I am Sara Gorton, senior video production major with 2 minors. I don't have to say the full thing. But yeah, and I am here. I have many titles, but I also don't have to say that, I guess, right now.
Both of you are sports people.
Yes, go Bills.
That's right.
All day.
Go Sabres too.
If there's not a Bills question or a Sabres question today, either I'm going to be upset.
That's true. I'll probably be upset too.
I'll be very, very upset.
Very
Although
upset.
it would be very embarrassing if I got it wrong.
I have my Sabres hat on, so come there.
That's true.
It has to be. It's like prophecy.
I would have come prepared if I didn't come from fight choreo.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Well,
we're gonna have a duel.
Yeah,
we're
having
gonna have a duel.
It
It's
is
very intense, high stakes.
Yeah,
if you
high
lose,
the sunglasses are on.
you don't want to
Ultimate
know.
sport.
The hat is backwards. Let's do
The hat
this.
is backwards. The sunglasses are on.
Okay.
All right, you know the drill. The first one to shout their name after the question is read. Shout it. We'll be able to take a shot at answering the question. Each question is worth a point, and at the end of the game, the person with the most points will be declared the winner. This week's category, if you haven't gotten the hint already, is sports. Sports trivia.
Although,
Sports.
if we went
Let's do
according
this.
to your email
Real quick question for our trivia
That's a good
host here. Are you guys sports people?
No.
No.
Sports trivia by non-sports people for sports
I
people.
try to get Chloe and Hunter to watch the Bills game with me.
Yeah.
And they don't do it.
You didn't ask us. When was our invite? Hunter, do you recall Sarah asking us to watch the Bills game together?
I don't recall
I
anything.
don't recall.
Got him.
Actually, you guys have been busy.
All
Although,
right.
to be honest, I've also been busy.
Anyways.
Anyways, question number 1. As a Giants fan myself, one of my favorite
We're off to a rocky start.
One of my favorite sporting moments was watching Eli Manning defeat Tom Brady and the Patriots in Super Bowl 42.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Only one other quarterback has beaten Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, though. Who was that quarterback? Matt.
Nick Foles.
Whoa!
That was an easy question. We started with something easy.
All right.
It's gonna go downhill from here.
I will say that there are options if you don't know it immediately.
Okay.
He knew that one.
You knew that one immediately.
Yes.
The options
Yes.
were Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, or Nick Foles. But you got Nick Foles immediately. Yeah.
Montana never lost.
Fun fact, though, both offenses played exceptionally in Super Bowl 52, which is the one Nick Foles and Tom Brady were in. And it actually set a record of most combined offensive yards in a Super Bowl at 1,151 yards.
Yeah, good
That's
game.
fun.
It was a great
Is
game.
this going to be
That
the
sounds
most
like it.
sports that you know, Alex?
41-33.
No, I did.
No, we
I did
have some good
sports.
ones in
Yeah,
there.
we
No,
got some good
I
sports.
mean, how much research, though, did you have to do?
That's true.
How much is this
Research?
is off your head? Off top of your head.
What's research?
No.
Oh, no. Dude, I don't
No,
think
no.
you understand. The High Noon team, we've got the stats. We got the
We use
got-
Snopes.
We use Snopes. We got
Everything
the
is
databases.
correct always, all the time, right,
No,
Brian?
I'm not
Everything's always
doubting.
right.
I once
saying.
sat in the music director's
I know,
office
you
for an
guys.
hour to count every single CD in there for a trivia question.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
That's
It was like,
dedication. I
what
love
was the
that.
number?
It was
41?
238.
38. Yeah, it was somewhere around there.
We do research, so I hope you guys
Yeah.
are ready.
No, yeah, I got
Yes.
you.
Okay.
Question 2. So the next big Olympics is actually the 2024 Summer Olympics. And I really just want to get ready for them now. So please tell me, I'm not very familiar. Please tell me which of these is not a featured sport in the 2024 Summer Olympics. Is it A, artistic gymnastics? B, rhythmic gymnastics? C, acrobatic gymnastics? Or D, handball?
C. Or Sarah, sorry. Sarah. My answer is C.
That's
Once
correct.
again,
That's not
shout
the
your
Olympics.
name.
Shout your name.
There you go.
That was the
Sarah,
first
see?
rule we instituted.
I know. Look, it's been a while since I've been here. I just was so excited.
Just in case you didn't know, the next games is going to be held in Paris.
Paris.
Yes.
And then
Are you going,
That's right.
Hunter?
Well, bonjour, je m'appelle Alex. Et toi, comment t'appelles-tu?
Oh,
Et
boy.
croissant?
Je m'appelle Sarah.
Hunter speaks
boy.
so much French.
Yeah.
We can speak French.
No, he doesn't.
I got nothing. I took Spanish.
Bonjour.
Me too.
I took French.
Yep.
Only lame people took
I did
French.
French
True.
Duolingo.
Yes,
so-
that's right.
That's
right,
insulting.
Chloe.
Yeah.
Question 3.
It's my turn. Question 3. So, you know how golf balls have those little tiny indents on them?
Yes.
Cutely enough, those little indents are called dimples. How many dimples does the average golf ball have?
Wow.
Is it A, 301, B, 323, C, 336, or D, 347?
Sarah. 336.
That is correct.
Wow. I was going to ask who would know that off the top of their head.
I knew
guess
it
Sarah
off the top
does.
of my
Sarah
head,
does.
I
and
guess
also
Sarah
Sarah
does.
does.
Chloe did no
Yeah.
research. She just knew this going in.
Yeah.
She counted it herself.
That's true.
I guess
Yeah.
I haven't looked at a golf ball in a while.
Well,
No.
I have
the
not either.
dimples are very tiny.
Yes.
That's, yeah.
So,
Right.
yes.
That's true.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But back in the day, golf balls were made out of feathers and leather. But they like wet the feathers so that they would
Yeah.
harden and that they weren't like, so it wasn't soft. But I just think that's really weird.
That's pretty wacky.
That's
Make
kind of
Tiger
wacky.
Woods play with those.
Very interesting.
Alrighty, question number 4. Let's bring it to esports.
You guys' favorite thing, I assume.
no.
We
Oh.
really
boy.
considered kind of like Josh and you guys and making it all esports.
Oh, no.
I really
I'd be
wish we did
lost.
that.
That was a
That
genuine
would have been
thing
so much
that you
funnier.
That
guys-
was really funny. But in esports, one of the most iconic moments in recent esports history was Justin and Team Energy's goal in the Rocket League Championship Series, Season 5, in the final seconds of the game. How many seconds were on the play clock when Energy had to score? It was a kickoff. There was a certain amount of seconds on that play clock. How many seconds were on that play clock?
Do we have options or are we just going
Yes,
after
we
it?
have
Okay.
options.
Oh, yeah, we'll
All right.
always give you
I was
options.
getting a little
We'll
worried
always
there. I
give
was
you
like,
options.
Is it A, 11 seconds, B, 8 seconds, C, 5 seconds, or D, 4 seconds?
Sarah.
Sarah.
4 seconds.
4 seconds is correct.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's
Done.
go.
Let
4
me-
is my lucky number.
sure.
I got to come back here.
Did we share this with Sarah? What's going on here?
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
No, no cheating. Absolutely
cheating.
not. I don't believe in that.
That sounded really
That sounded
suspicious.
really
That sounds like what a
suspicious.
cheater would
So
say. I
you're
don't
different
know.
from Tom Brady. That's good.
Oh,
That's good.
absolutely. Yeah. Deflategate? What?
Spygate too.
Well then, Fun fact, while there was 4 seconds on the play clock, Energy kept the ball in the air for 13 seconds after that time went out to keep the game going and score. Team Dignitas won in overtime, but Energy cemented itself in history with that play.
Wow.
Fun.
13 seconds is a lot of time. Bills fans know that. Yeah.
Why did you have to bring that up?
I'll never get that number out of my head.
No.
Bunch of Buffalo fans.
It's like
Until
anyone
we win the
Are you
Super Bowl
guys
this
all
year.
from the Buffalo? All
No.
of you. Both of you.
I'm actually from south of here.
Oh.
I'm from Allegheny. You've probably never heard
No,
of that.
I know Allegheny.
Yeah.
Really?
Allegheny.
Look,
Yo.
you guys have a connection.
We're talking after this.
We left her in Allegheny.
What do you mean? How do we have a connection?
I am from
Not
right
that
by
Allegheny.
Allegheny.
Where are you from?
Close enough.
enough.
I'm not going to say it live.
Oh, okay.
We can have a discussion
talk
off
after
the
this.
air.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So Hunter's social security number is
That's
one.
true.
No, that
Southern
that
Tier
I'm fine
connection,
giving
though.
away. Yeah.
like it.
Question number 5. Okay, we're bringing it off of esports. I don't want to bother you guys with that too much.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hey,
So-
no offense to esports people.
Yes,
out
that's
there.
true. I don't want to discredit esports.
Yeah.
They're great, but
We are bringing it back to the Super Bowl.
oh, thank goodness.
Oh boy.
How many years of probation did the Super Bowl LV? You guys can fill me in. Isn't that 55?
Yes.
LV?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Super Bowl 55.
I didn't put it in before. I don't know
L
why.
is 55, V is 5.
Yeah.
Roman numeral 3.
How many years of probation did the Super Bowl 55 streaker get for his stunt? If it helps you,
I forgot about that.
that Super Bowl was in Florida.
Yeah, it was in Tampa. I didn't watch that game. Well, I didn't watch much of it because it was Brady and Mahomes, and I didn't care. But
That's very fair.
I think I started watching it and then
Yep.
it just turned bad.
well, it was a blowout. Dude, it was a terrible
It
game.
was awful
It's like
game.
28-9 or something.
Literally.
You
Like,
guys should have a
really?
radio
It
show
was a
together.
boring
We really should.
We should.
We should. I should have you
Yeah.
as a guest sometime. That'd be fun.
There you go.
That would be fun.
I talk Bills.
I
It's a
love
lot.
Bills. Josh Allen has
Is
my
it
heart.
That's right.
A, 0, B, 1, C, 3, or D, 6?
Sarah.
6 years.
Sarah.
Yeah.
I think 3.
3 is incorrect.
Ooh.
Matt.
Streak broken.
Breaking that rule.
Matt, 6 years.
Incorrect.
Someone can take
Someone
it.
has one more
Sarah.
chance. Okay.
1 year.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Wow, 1 year. All right.
I was gonna. You guys were making me a little nervous there.
It was in Florida.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I figured it could be 0, so.
It depends from place to place.
Yeah.
Florida man at his finest.
But here, yeah. The
Sure.
actual full consequences for his actions were 1 year of probation and 100 hours of community service.
Jeez.
On a more positive note, he did get over 200,000 followers on Instagram along with
That-
verification.
That's what
Right.
I was
That he
talking
doesn't
about.
have to pay for.
That-
That doesn't
yeah.
have to
He,
pay
he
for.
received verification for this.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is
I don't know
this
if it was
Awesome.
related to this, but yeah.
Okay.
He is
It
verified
just
now.
makes me question the world.
I
but
forgot
okay.
about that.
Yep.
Do you guys want to hear a story real quick before we move on to question 6?
Always.
First.
Okay, so at my high school in 2020, fall 2020, nope. Would it have been, no, it would have been fall 2019 for my homecoming game. It's my senior year. It was like Depew versus Lancaster, okay? I went to
Yeah.
Depew. And someone dressed up in a penguin costume and ran out in the middle of the field during halftime.
That's awesome.
And then he got arrested.
That's awesome. I always
Yeah.
love when they have Santa Claus run out on the field.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah, it was
It's a
crazy.
fun time.
Yeah.
It's
It,
half when the
it
kids
ended
are
up in the
upset.
yearbook too.
Oh, that's
really?
awesome.
Yeah.
That's fun
I'll have to
time.
show you guys sometime.
Please
Okay.
do.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I'll bring it in. I'll bring it in.
Yes.
Okay. Question 6. Serena Williams is an extremely talented female tennis player.
Yep.
And, as all athletes do, Serena's gotta eat. According to ESPN.com, official source, what is Serena Williams' go-to kitchen gadget?
Wow.
See, I vaguely feel like I did hear about this one before, but
See, you thought we were gonna Nick Foles you the entire
That's what I was
time.
thinking. The
No
first one,
way.
I'm like, oh, I got this.
No
and
way.
this is like, oh, I got
have you,
this.
have you,
That's
is this
the
your
only one.
first, Is this your first time being on?
Yes.
Yeah, then
The
you'll
trivia
learn
questions are never
quickly.
fair.
That's the only one I've
They're
gotten right
always
so far.
super random.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
It's fun.
Okay, here's your options. Is it A, an air fryer, B, a toaster oven, C, a lime green waffle maker, or D, a frying pan, which she has named Chef?
Matt, C, I'm going to go with the lime green waffle maker.
No.
Oh, I thought that was.
Sarah.
Sorry. Yeah?
Let's go with D, the frying pan.
No, I so made that up.
I was gonna
I
say,
totally made that up.
okay.
Okay, you have a chance. Somebody has a chance.
Sarah.
Okay.
Let's go with the air fryer.
That's not correct.
No.
I got you guys. I
Hey.
tricked you. I tricked you. Wait, no, you can't when there's one left.
Oh.
Well, because then it's like,
That
okay,
was
what's
only
the
gonna be my second
answer?
one. I don't know. Whatever B was, something like that.
Yeah, see, this is why we don't allow that.
Makes sense.
Silly.
I'm a
Any,
rookie.
any
So sure of
sweeps this game, I'm going to give to Tom Brady.
Okay.
So
So these are high stakes for
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah.
These are high
So
stakes.
Tom Brady gets 1 point.
he does.
Oh boy,
Wow.
I'm tied with
Why?
Brady. Come on.
How dare
If
you?
Tom Brady
on.
wins this game, you guys are never welcome on trivia again.
Well,
Just kidding.
hey,
I'm
I got
just
3 years ahead of me. I got a
true.
lot more trivia
That's
contests to
true.
lose ahead of me.
kidding. That's true. That's
For
true.
real.
Okay, so fun fact. Serena's favorite food is actually moon pies. Which you can't really put in a toaster oven, but
Right.
I guess you could if you wanted to.
Might be a little messy.
I feel like it
Yeah.
would be messy because it would melt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we go to question 7, Hunter, what are the scores looking like?
Excluding bonus points, because I do have at least one on there that I didn't mention to you guys.
A sneaky bonus.
Excluding those, currently we have Sarah in the lead with 4 points. And then Matt follows up with 1, tied with Tom Brady.
Yes.
How does it feel?
It is.
to be
And it
tied
feels-
with Tom Brady.
I mean, if I was tied with Tom Brady for Super Bowl wins, that'd be pretty cool. I'm not
mean,
gonna lie,
that's
but
That would be kind of cool.
that would be awesome.
Well, it's still anyone's game. Sarah's off to a good lead, but it's anyone's game.
Yeah.
You can go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so can Brady.
So I was gonna say,
So
speaking
can
of Brady, he's
Question
I'm
number
backing too.
7. Which of these sports events is the longest continually held sports event in the United States? Is it A, the Kentucky Derby, B, the Super Bowl, C, the World Series, or D, the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show? Sarah.
I'm scared. Okay, I'm gonna go with the World Series.
The World Series is incorrect.
I knew
Matt, Kentucky Derby.
The Kentucky Derby is correct.
Okay.
There we go.
I knew
There
it was
we
in
go.
between those two.
I knew it wasn't
It's
the Super Bowl,
getting-
but
Yeah, I knew it was. I knew it was in between
Right.
those two.
Well, fun fact, the Kentucky Derby has been running since 1875.
wow. So a while before the World Series. Then.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The Westminster Dog Show started a year later in 1876.
Oh.
Very close.
Yep.
Okay.
Very
I'd like
close.
to take a moment to let Matt know
Oh no.
that we do have a tradition of the first time someone's on trivia that they win.
We did not mention that.
We
in the
did not
beginning.
mention that. I just thought I'd bring it to your
scared.
attention.
It is like a weird, like, it happens.
It happens a lot.
Oh boy.
So don't count yourself out. You never know.
Okay.
Okay.
Depending on how many questions there are left, maybe I've got
It goes
a
up to
shot.
12.
It goes up to 12.
Maybe you'll
Okay.
get this one. Question 8.
Maybe.
In what year did colleges start offering esports related scholarships? Bring it back to esports, sorry.
Got him.
Was it A, 2007, B, 2014, C, 2018, or D, 2022?
Matt, 2014.
That is correct.
Wow.
That was actually, wow.
That was pretty
Why
good.
did you guys have to go say that?
Oh, I really should not have.
No.
I just thought it was funny to mention because whenever we have someone like on the show the first time we tell them and then I realized we didn't say anything.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's fine.
It's okay.
It's been a hectic day.
Now I'm just scared, but
Oh, I invoked fear in our contestants.
yeah,
Yep.
boy.
Fun fact, in 2014, Robert Morris University added esports to its athletic program and began recruiting students to compete in League of Legends, offering qualified gamers scholarships of up to 50% tuition and 50% room and board. By 2019, there were over 115 colleges and universities offering esports scholarships. SUNY Fredonia, to what I believe, is not one of those, unfortunately.
I don't think so. Or else I would have been on it. I'm just
We
saying.
do have an esports league, though, and Chloe might be happy to know that Smite is one of the games played.
Okay. So if anybody's listening that
Smite.
plays on the esports team, don't be offended. I don't want to play with you. I think I would be I think they would be really mean to me.
Wow, brutal point.
I got on the board.
Chloe with the brutal.
It's like saying no offense, then saying something awful. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Do I have to say what's in the asterisk or no?
You can. How many hours do you have?
How many hours do you have on Smite?
The equivalent of approximately 135 days. on that
35.
game. 135.
That's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chloe has spent a third of a year playing Smite.
A lot of it was
Straight.
spent with Alex in the party.
Whoa.
Not with me, though. Alex knows better.
I was playing Wreckfest.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Chloe, question 9. When High Noon Friday producer Chloe Kowalyk was learning to drive, she used to love to take turns really fast in the parking lot
She still likes to take turns
with her
driving.
dad
All right.
when she was learning, okay? Shout out to my dad if he's listening right now.
Shout out, Nick.
Shout out. Anyways, Chloe would turn so fast, in fact, that her dad compared her to a NASCAR racer. Which professional racer did Chloe's dad compare her to? Is it A, Mario Andretti, B, Dale Earnhardt, C, Bill Elliott, or D, Richie Evans?
Matt, Dale Earnhardt.
No.
Really? I love Dale
Unfortunate.
I
Sarah.
have told this story before.
Have you told it to me?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully not, because then that would be biased.
What is about to see?
Wait, can I?
I'm,
Or Sarah,
hang on.
Go ahead.
I had to answer first.
I figured you did.
Oh my god.
I was gonna.
Well,
ask
you already
that
said your
question.
name.
No, I know.
Right.
I'm gonna go with D.
Richie Evans.
Yes.
No.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
Okay, so I didn't tell you. Okay.
No, you didn't.
So, Matt, Bill Elliott. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, though. Mario Andretti wasn't really a NASCAR driver, though. I mean, he
First
kind
say your
of
fun
was.
fact, and then I'll say my fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, I have a fun
Okay.
fact about this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mario Andretti was actually the only person to be named the United States Driver of the Year in 3 decades.
Double fun
I
fact
believe
from
it.
Alex. Andretti only raced in 14 NASCAR races.
Yes.
From 1966
Yeah.
to 1969. Because
No.
I love NASCAR. I'm
Okay,
a big
as well.
NASCAR
I do
fan.
as well.
Really?
Yeah. And you said Mario Andretti. I was like, he's a
I was-
Formula One driver.
Yes.
so
No,
I went into it and I was like, oh, he
Right.
did do NASCAR.
I looked it up to confirm it because I wasn't sure either.
Right.
But I looked it up and he did come up as
did.
NASCAR.
I mean, he's a Daytona
Okay.
500 champion, so
Yes.
I get that.
I
Out of
think
one
that's
of-
what my dad was saying.
It's crazy that out of those 14 races, one of them's the Daytona 500.
That's true.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
true, and he
Did you
dominated
know-
that race, too.
Did you know who he was when your dad told you this?
No.
Ah.
You think I know anything about sports that aren't sports?
But he
No.
raced from 1966 to 69, so Nick really pulled
Maybe he
into
didn't say
NASCAR
NASCAR.
lore for that
Yes.
comparison.
That's right.
Maybe he just never said that.
I was
and
hoping it was
I
gonna be Earnhardt.
imagined it.
Andretti was
If you were
primarily a
hitting stuff,
Formula
it'd probably be Earnhardt because
Yeah.
he would hit people, he'd
Well,
spin people.
Chloe does
I
hit
didn't
stuff
hit
too,
anybody.
so.
I have never
He'd go
hit
through the
anybody.
grass and fly by people. He was
Chloe also
ridiculous.
drives through the
You
grass.
know who else did
That's
that? No, I don't.
Yes. So really, she is Dale Earnhardt, is what we're saying.
I've never hit anything while driving.
Ah,
You drove
Well,
to
maybe
that
one
ditch once.
time.
that's true. Sarah's knocking on wood.
I did that on
Yes.
purpose. That was me drifting, Alex.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
question.
Yes.
How controversial is it that my mom's favorite racer was Jeff Gordon?
Oh no.
I don't know what that
no,
means.
No.
It was meant to you too, yeah.
I'm glad we have the same opinion.
Oh, so Earnhardt fan then? I'm guessing. Thank goodness.
we
That's
go.
where I'm at.
My dad-
Chase Elliott now, but
My dad liked Earnhardt.
yes.
I'm really sorry,
After
but that
that was
question went
Kyle
to Tom
Larson,
Brady.
but then he had that thing come up. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that
I
was
can't be a Kyle Larson
unfortunate.
fan anymore.
Yeah.
So I've been floating around between like Chase Elliott.
Yes, I'm a Chase Elliott guy, even though I couldn't stand his dad.
I was a
But
Carl
that's-
Edward fan, but then he retired.
Gosh, I love Uncle
You know who
Carl.
I like?
Anyways,
Lightning McQueen.
Yes,
Agreed.
Lightning McQueen is great.
Agreed.
well,
do you-
want to know what I like?
And Doc Hudson.
What
Question
do you
10.
like?
I like question 10.
Me too.
Question 10.
Question 10.
We all know that the Buffalo Bills are still currently fighting for their first Super Bowl.
Hey.
There was a span through where they went to 4 consecutive Super Bowls,
That's right.
though, and lost each one.
Please don't hurt me, Alex.
Which years did this happen?
Matt,
Matt,
1990, 91, 92, 93. Those are the seasons. And then the Super Bowls were in 91, 92, 93, 94.
that is correct.
He beat
Does
me.
All
he get
right.
a bonus
Come
point for
on.
also listing the...
I'm
Well,
going to give him a bonus
I'm
point.
going to,
that
yeah.
was crazy.
A season point.
The
What?
reason why I did
A
that was
season
because I was afraid that if I said 90, 91, 92, 93, he was going to say no because the Super Bowls were in in January the next year.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad
That
you.
was
I'm glad you
bad.
specified because I was about to say like 90. That's
Right.
tough.
I was
Right.
looking at the correct answer and I was like,
Yes. Yes.
interesting.
Well then,
Man, why'd you have to specify?
Go Bills.
that do be tough. Yeah.
Go Bills.
Well, fun fact: the teams the Bills have lost to in these games have been the New York Giants. Booyah, Danny Dimes.
Yeah. You
Washington-
weren't even born yet, Alex.
Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys twice.
Yeah. Neither one close.
Question 11, we're going to take it to a pretty prominent figure.
In sports.
Shaquille O'Neal is
All right.
arguably one of the
Ayo.
most well-known figures in sports. He played in the NBA, dabbled in the WWE, worked for BK, and more. Which of the following is not true about Shaq?
Shaquille.
A, he has his doctorate of education in human resource development. B, he briefly took up rap, receiving platinum certification for all of his 5 albums. C, he was already 6'4" at the age of 10. Or D, he's an honorary U.S. Deputy Marshal.
That was a crazy
Sara.
list.
Which the following is not true, Sarah.
Okay.
We do have 4 minutes left, so we're gonna
Yes.
wrap
We have to
it up.
rapid fire.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna go with C.
He was 6'4" at the age of 10.
Gosh,
Matt.
darn it.
Matt.
A, he doesn't have his doctorate in education.
He does.
That's
Ooh.
Dr.
Sarah.
Shack to you.
Dr.
Good for you,
Dr.
Shaq.
Shack.
All right, who's
for you.
good?
Sarah, could you repeat B and D one more time? Very
He
quickly?
briefly took up rap, receiving platinum certification in all of his 5 albums. And D, he's an honorary U.S. Deputy Marshal.
I'm gonna go with B.
That is incorrect. He only received it for one. He only received platinum certification for one album titled
no, so
Shack.
you're correct.
So
Right,
you
you
were
were
looking
looking
for
for
that.
You're right. Yeah,
Hunter.
yeah, that's
I
not
thought
right.
that might be
Yeah.
the case.
You
He
worded
said
that
for
poorly.
all
Yeah, I did.
of
I did.
his
Yeah.
albums.
Right.
Okay.
No, yeah, he only received it for one album titled Shaq Diesel. His music career wasn't actually all of that. In fact, he was criticized pretty hard. Also, Shaq only scored 1 3-pointer his entire NBA career, which I found interesting. And he worked at Burger King. Do
Yeah, he
I
was
have a
terrible from
chance?
behind the
He
arc.
does the general.
You do have a chance only because you're tall. Question 12. The Tour de France is an annual men's multiple stage basketball race primarily held by bicycle.
Basketball? She's still stuck on Shaq, I guess.
Bicycle.
How many times has Michael Jordan won the Tour de France?
It's like you have to run, but you also have to dribble at the same time. Let me start over. Question 12. The Tour de France is an annual men's multiple stage bicycle race primarily
There
held
we go.
in France, while occasionally passing through nearby countries. Like other Grand Tours, it consists of 21 stages, each a day long, over the course of 23 days, and it goes in with Bastille Day. So some
Yada, yada.
really crazy things happened during many of these races in history. Which of the following is not true? Again, you're telling me which one didn't happen. Okay. Is it A? In 2016, competitor Chris Froome crashed, resulting in his bike being declared unrideable. He compensated by hopping on the back of his buddy's bike, allowing them to cross the finish lines together. In 1904, competitor Maurice Gorin allegedly hopped onto a train to shave off minutes of his overall time. In 2009, Jens Voigt had a pretty nasty crash. The service cars had already passed him by. However, he was lucky enough to have a kid who was watching the event lend him a little kiddie bike. Voigt used this bike to bike 12 miles until he was able to get a larger bike. In 1975, Eddie Merckx was in the lead. However, an angry spectator jumped out of line and punched the cyclist in the kidney. This led Merckx to vomit as he barely crossed the finish line.
Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with A.
A didn't happen or A did?
Well, either way, that's my answer, I guess.
Okay. That is correct.
Yay!
Okay, so fun fact, this did happen, but he sprinted.
Oh.
And then he finished with a bike because there was one near the finish line that they had placed. They placed them like around the course, so
Oh,
that
okay.
way if something
Yeah.
happens.
Well, that was a crazy round of trivia.
That was
we
crazy.
are really
It was.
punching for time here. We had so
We
much
really
fun
are.
We're
time
gonna
doing sports. So
speed
Hunter,
read.
I gotta ask,
Oh, yeah.
what are our scores?
All right, with the bonus points in last place, we have -0.5 with a brutal point for Chloe.
On the board.
Brutal to gamers.
Sorry, esports.
No,
team.
only the Fredonia
Oh,
Smite
yes, yeah.
team.
Yeah, okay.
Why did you choose that one? I don't know. Anyways.
In third place, you'll be happy to know, is Tom Brady with 2
Good.
points.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Again, those are our
We got
sweeps.
2, okay.
Sit down, Tom.
And now
Brady.
this was close,
Oh.
okay?
Oh, no.
Matt had 2 bonus points for a
Whoa.
season point. He guessed before the
Whoa.
choices. And another one that I didn't tell you guys was the Foles point, which again, he guessed before the choices were read.
That's true. That's true.
So he has 2 bonus points.
Oh.
Sarah has no bonus points. Flat out, Sarah has. Our winner is Sarah.
Wow. That's good.
She had 6 points, and Matt had 5. If she did not get that last
Wow.
one right, it would have been a tie.
Oh, wow.
Imagine if it ended in a tie and we had to come up with something in the last minute. Anyways,
Oh,
Sarah, how do
boy.
you feel?
I'm feeling really good right now.
Okay, great to hear. Matt, how do you feel?
I respect it. I respect my competition.
Good
Okay, great.
game,
Let's
good
bring it back to
game.
the host.
Back to the host.
Woo!
We finished. Oh, wow, you turned
That
on
wraps it up for this week's broadcast of High Noon Friday. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you tune in next week, same time, same place. High Noon Friday has been brought to you on WCBF 88.9 FM The Voice and WDPL 89.5 The Inferno on the web.
High Noon Friday is assembled through collaboration with students from Fredonia Radio Systems and Dr. Daly's Audio Production 2 class. Our producers and scriptwriters are Alex Erwin, Chloe Kowalyk, and Hunter Halterman. Board operation is performed by Hunter Halterman. News is presented and read by Cascio Fonseca and Joshua Ribakove. And weather is prepared and read by Hunter Halterman. Tune in next week for another great edition of High Noon Friday. I'm Alex Erwin.
And I'm Chloe Kowalyk. Thanks for listening. Make sure to tune in next week, same time, same place.
Bye, Fredonia.
Have a great weekend, Fredonia. Go Bills!
Go Bills!